Well, hello there. Today, Josh is going to be my shrink. Josh Off started 1981, Knoxville, Tennessee. I was born into this horrible consumeristic world.
You do realize you're paying me by the hour, right? Hey everybody, it's Joshua Fields Milburn.
And I am Ryan Nicodemus, and together we are the Minimalists, and we welcome you to another episode of Living Room Conversations.
Welcome back. Today's question is from David. David asks, how do you deal with criticism? So actually, here's the weird thing. So yesterday we went to the LA Pride Parade.
Yes.
Right? And we brought Ella down, and we had other family with us. And as soon as we walked down to the LA Pride Parade, which is a celebration of people who have been oppressed for a really long period of time, who are now finally allowed to live the life that they were forced to hide for centuries, right? As soon as we got down there were people with these sort of megaphones and holding up signs talking about, oh, you're gay, you're going to burn in hell. But that's a type of criticism, right? And what I saw there, when I saw that, is I realized, like, that is the terminus of unhinged thought. Like it's not real thought, it's not deep thought. It's people who want to be outraged about something, and I think you can extrapolate that and then map that onto the overall experience on the internet as well. You and I are not unfamiliar with criticism. We get a lot of it. In fact,
a little bit.
We did a podcast episode not long ago after our documentary came out, reading the mean tweets that people sent to us, because there were a lot of people who just seemed to not like the idea that these two guys are out here talking about how they simplified their lives, and of course that must be an indictment on their lives. And what I saw with those guys down there holding the big signs was a lot of insecurity. And I think a lot of criticism has to do with insecurity. It's a sign of insecurity. And so how do I handle criticism? I try to seek out feedback from people I trust and care about. That's the criticism that I want. And the other stuff is often just noise. It's judgment is just a mirror that reflects the insecurities of the person who's doing the judging, right? And so if someone who I don't know wants to take time out of their day to comment on the YouTube channel that, oh, these guys are a couple of idiots, or they must be whatever, right? Then I don't let it affect me, because it's a choice what I let affect me and what I don't let affect me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to have conversations. If someone wants to, strike up a conversation that might be, start with us having opposing views, maybe it's a debate in some way. I love having adult conversations.
Steel manning your argument, making it stronger, or maybe changing your opinion.
Yeah, well, I'm always open to changing my mind on anything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to just like visceral, like straight up criticism, those people are not adults for all intents and purposes. And in my adult life, I get to choose who I pay attention to, who I conversate with, who I give my time and energy to. And I like to do that with other adults.
Yeah.
And if people don't want to be adults, then I can really get past their comments and criticism really, really easily.
Yeah. I think that ultimately what it boils down to for me is I want to be open to changing my mind, right? I want to be open to changing my point of view. And so the people that I seek out to change that point of view, I need to be able to trust them to some extent, right? So they're people I know or people I look up to. And I make it a point to also surround myself with people who have similar values, but often radically different beliefs, whether they're Christians or Jewish or Muslims or atheists. That's one set of beliefs. Or maybe they're not minimalists at all and they think consumerism is the way to go. I'm okay with that. We can have those conversations. You can be a good person and not share the same beliefs as me. In fact, you can share the same beliefs as me and still be a pretty terrible person.
Yeah.
And so if you really want to grow, if you want to challenge yourself, find a way to steel man the arguments that you put out, David. It's going to make your points of view stronger, and who knows, you might change your mind in the process. But when it comes to the noise, think about your average internet troll or critic as a seagull. Quite often they'll fly in, whatever situation is there, a YouTube video, a tweet, a blog post, they'll fly over it, they'll crap all over it, and they'll fly away. And that's what most criticism online is these days. It is not a critical review in the traditional sense. It is simply trolling.
Yeah, I think the other thing I look at too is that is the criticism, is it valid? And what I mean by that is it just an opinion, or are there facts? Is there data that this person is going off of? I try to look at that also, because most of the time the criticism we get, it's all opinionated. And you know, opinions, they're like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Yeah. And they stink.
Yeah, and they stink.
Except yours, Ryan.
Thanks. This has been another episode of Living Room Conversation.
Hey, ask another question below on YouTube in the comment section, and if you want more answers, you can subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Click this link. Subscribe here. Watch our last episode here. Look at our advertisement here.
We don't do that.
Oh.
Goodbye.